Hello everybody, welcome back to another but good at Minecraft tutorial video. This is the Minecraft SS Morro Castle tutorial part 3. So we will be doing the superstructure here. So basically this promenade deck here and then also this boat deck above the main structures of it. Um, so yeah, I'll also be getting the stern promenades back there, finishing those up. So got a few things to do. Um, So yeah, I guess we'll get right into it. So fly back up to the bow. We'll get the front end done first. So it's gonna be a bit of a shorter part. So that's nice. So obviously we do have shear here. So the deck curves up, it's shear. Um, we're gonna want to go to the basically where the whole deck flattens out. This middle section here. Find the middle block, which is right here, I think. Is that right? I usually have it uh on a coordinate multiplied by 10, but I don't this So anyway, that's the middle block there. And go on this bottom deck, and we'll go to the sixth block back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll place a center block there for the front wall across the front. So from there, it's the same thing on both sides. So we'll go out by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then forward by 2. And then go out by 2, like that. And then 3 behind that. 1, 2, 3. And then back by 2, like that. Out by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 right there. So it has this, it's basically this curved wall in the front, and then it has these two little weird box thingies. I think they're probably just like supports for these cranes. They're these cargo cranes from the mast. See there and there. So those are there. So again, same on the other side. So I'll do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out, 2 forward, 2 out, 3 behind that, 2 back, and 1, 2, 3, 4 out, and then 2 behind that. So there's our front wall. And that whole wall is going to be 5 blocks tall total. So we already have one layer done here. So we just stack this up by 4. And it's just really up to the same height as the walls around here. It's 5 blocks up. And now we have a front wall. Looks kind of funky, but that's how it was. So there's that. Now we need to do the aft end, and then we can film this deck up. But before we do the aft end, um, actually, no, we'll do the aft end first. Do the aft end first. So we basically go to the very back here, and let's see, we go to the. Okay, so you need to basically trace the deck below. Um, so go from this block right here, and actually go from the block underneath, second block down on this wall. And we'll basically just take this and trace the entire deck below. And then where it goes up a block here, just scooch up a block like that, just for the shear. So continue this line all the way around, just tracing what's below. So there's one side, you gotta double layer it as well. Yeah, bring it up to deck height. And then again for the shear, it just drops down a block, so just do that. And there we go. There's that whole curve put in there. So I'll go ahead and copy and paste that to the other side. Just because I can. So copy, click right, and paste. There's the other side done. So now we'll go on the deck itself right here. And we basically go on the wood. So we'll count on the wood to the 11th block back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On the 11th block, we'll place a center block. And again, it's the same on the other side. So I'll do this side first. So we'll go out by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and they go back by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we go out by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we go back by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then out by 2. So 1, 2, like that. And then back by 20. So 1, 2, 3. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Gotta make sure you count for the shear here. And then inward by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. However, there is another back wall back here, so there's kind of like a hallway, passageway back here. So we leave a gap, and we're gonna leave a 3-block gap. So 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th block here, we'll just build this wall all the way out to the side, like that. And then we'll bring these walls up to 4 blocks tall total. That goes for all these walls. So stack these up, 3 up. So now we have 4 blocks tall walls like that. So make sure all this here is, just the same. Not the same height, technically, but so bring this to 4 blocks up so you have the shear line here. Gotta remember that shear. It is important. Anyway, as I said, this is the same on the other side, so I'll go ahead and copy, flip, and paste it. So stand right here, copy, flip right, and paste. There we go. So there is that deck. So now we need to add the deck here. So make sure you put in your blocks that cover up the shear line, or else things will get wonky. Or if you use, I've noticed that if you do like a shear command, like if I stood right here and I did the fill command to get the whole deck filled in. If I don't put these shear lines in, then it would crash the game because they would fill everything outside. And that would be, maybe not crash the game, but it would lag a ton and there'd be a huge mess to clean up. So, you gotta make sure you put in your shear lines. Because they are rather important. Now I can fill them in. So just do fill birch planks 300. Fill 300. This one should be good. Because that one has no shear at the front. So that just fills in nicely. So you really only have shear in the back of that deck. Only shear, only stern shear. It looks a little wonky, but it looks better when it's all done like this. You can see if I get a nice little side profile of it. Yeah, that looks good. It's a nice looking ship. Beautiful ship. But anyway, there is a bit more work to do on these aft promenades. We'll start with the ceiling because, this had ceiling. Since it's 4-block space, we can add ceiling designs. So basically inside here, we just fill in the entire ceiling with slabs, smooth quartz slabs. Then when you get to the shear line, we just put the stairs and then continue on with the slabs here. So this would be something you could actually use the fill command for. So I'm going to do that. So basically how I do it is just stand here, fill, smooth, quartz slab, come on, type, top, 300, and boom. There is all of that slabbing done. And then again back here, we'll just fill this in. There we go. So there's all that ceiling filled in. Do the same thing on this deck up here. So what I'll do is just put slabs here and stairs here. And then make my way around here. Stairs there. And then fill all that in. Nice. And then just put some slabs here. And we can go ahead and fill all that in. And there we go, there's the entire ceiling done. So surprisingly, it didn't have like the ribs visible. I think they were probably just covered up. Um, but you know, I was looking at I got this from Ocean Liner Designs video on his Morro Castle from the Ship Explorer game. He did like the preview video on it, so I got most of the details. And he did the ceiling part back here, like underneath the decks. It showed it was basically just flat. So I don't know entirely if that's accurate. Like he was just lazy and didn't had the ribs, or if they were actually covered up, or if they just weren't there at all. I don't fully know, but I do know that they. But you know, that's what I saw, and so that's what I did. So yeah, there's that. So I got all that done. There is another thing we do need to do down here on these promenades. I think you could probably tell what it is. In case you couldn't, it is the handrails and the pillars that hold up this area. So grab my materials for those. I'm actually going to grab my fence gates as well. Do something I didn't exactly do on the prototype. So I think these are all spaced 2 apart except for that first one. Yeah, okay, so to make things easy, I'll do all these pillars first. So basically from the center wall here, you're gonna want to leave a 3-block gap between pillars. So basically have a gap on the center. So you have 2 pillars off the side like this, separated by a 3-block gap. And in the center of that 3-block gap is the center of the ship. Here we go. And now all the rest of the pillars are separated 2 blocks apart. So 2 blocks, and then add a pillar here. So those 2 blocks, add a pillar here. Those 2 blocks, add a pillar here. There is one exception to this pillar thing. That is the once you get around to the bulwark right here, this will where this part ends. That part will be only a not only it'll be a 3-block gap instead of 2. So 2-block gap, 2-block gap, 2-block gap. It's kind of hard to see with the black concrete. Pillar there, 2-block gap, pillar there, 2-block gap, pillar there, and this is just a 3-block gap there. However, up here, you know, you're following the same pattern, so I'll just add these pillars in first, and I'll explain the thing. Come on. There we go. So back here, you just keep going with the 2 blocks apart 2-block apart pillars. Go onto the bulwark here, and then we have a 2-block gap there. I really don't know why the bulwark was like that, because I was looking at like real life pictures of the ship, and it showed that this space was a bit bigger and did not have the pillar there, even though it was in line. So just a weird little thing about the ship. Yeah. Anyway, basically our next step is adding all the handrails. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use fence gates and then just normal fence on the corners. So we have basically this. I use fence gates here as well, and then we'll put the stair on top of that. It might not look the prettiest, but it's something. So I'm just putting fence gates between, and then on the corners, I'll add the actual fence. So like this. And then here, you know, we kind of need to have all fence. That circles around to the back. This area down here is a little bit different. You kind of got to watch out because I believe there are some corners that do need adjusting. Yeah, like this one. Basically, just need to add a black block in there for the handrails to sit on properly. So there as well. Just add a block. Make sure I use my blocks correctly. Come on. To there, and then another one there. So again, it may not be the prettiest thing, but it's something. It's better than just a normal fence like I have over there. You can see the rest of the ship. I did the fence and gate thing. Um. Anyway, next thing up for these aft promenades before I copy flip and paste them is the trimming on the handrails. So basically just this wooden trim on the edge of all these handrails. So I'm just adding it with spruce trapdoors. So I'll add all these. Might take a bit with the fence gate because you have to crouch. And I want these all facing the same direction because I'm picky like that. But also once you get to the actual shear line right here, just use a spruce stair and it should work out okay. If I can get out of here, please. Can I? Okay, that works, I guess. So it's not the prettiest thing, but it's something. Better than nothing. If you don't want to add the trim, you don't have to, of course. But, you know, I am. So, there's the trim on that upper deck done. Do it on the lower deck here. Lower deck. So yeah, I'm putting the trim on this black part as well on the bulwark. I did the same on with the white bulwark on the deck above. Come on. Here's just fence. Can do this easier. There we go. So there's all of the stuff for these promenades. Actually go from right here up to here. I'll just stay in the middle, copy, flip right, and paste. And there's the entire other side done. There we go. We got two aft promenades there. Little promenade decks. Lovely. Alright, so there's those decks done. I mean, obviously there's still details to add, but, you know, the basic structure is done. Alright, so next up we'll be doing this whole promenade deck here. I believe that was considered the upper deck and the lower deck. No. I think this is what? Promenade deck, main deck, upper deck, and then there's lower deck. I don't fully know the names of the decks. Actually, I can check. I have the prints. Give me a minute. Where's the prints? There's the prints. The promenade deck and then the bridge deck. And then shelter, upper, main. Okay. So yeah. We'll be getting the promenade deck. So we just finished the bridge and the shelter deck. So you should get the promenade deck now. So we'll go on the wood here, up on the front. And on the wood, center, we go to the third block back. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll place the center block there. Now what's weird about this ship is it basically has these spaces in front of where there's no staircases leading to them or ladders. It's just, and there's no handrails either or bulwark. It's just an open space here. I don't know why. It was like that on that deck here. Like you could have, to whoever designed the ship, you could have moved this part forward more and put more space. You have space here. They even did it with the bridge. The bridge up here, they just barely moved it back a nudge. There's not even enough space for me to fit the planks back there, so now it just kind of looks weird, but it's technically more accurate, so. Eh. Yeah, so that's wonky, but whatever. So anyway, there's our center block, and we'll go again. It's the same on the other side, as you could imagine. Basically the entire ship is the same on the other side. Um, anyway, we go out by 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then behind that we go 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 3, 1, 2, 3 should connect to the outside of the ship here. Now we'll go back by 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 42. So this will be right on the where the promenade overhangs. So 42 blocks from here. I'll just guesstimate and then measure after. I think that's 42. Is it? It is. Perfect. So I got 8 back and then 42 back. Now there are some inside walls here. So you can see there's some inside walls. So I'll be adding those. I know you just kind of have the open promenade there separately. So from this block here, we'll go inward by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then back by 59. So that way I just use the stack tool. Stack by 59. There we go. So we should have from there to there. Should be 59. It is. Good. So then we go out by 2. It's like that. Out by 2. And then back by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then out by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then forward by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then out by 2 like this. It was a really wonky shape here. Because it basically had doors here and here. I don't know why, but it did. And this part was just part of the deck housing inside. Anyway, after we go out by 2, we'll go, should have lost my spot. Back by 9. That's not right. Never mind. Back by 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That should have made up to the end of the promenade overhang there. Alright, so after that, we basically keep tracing, going the inside. So we had 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And we basically have this back curve. And then we did go inward by 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That 10th block should be the center. I will check to make sure it is. It is. Good. So we have a lot of walls here. And basically all of these walls need to be brought up to... Oh, wait. Actually, before we do that, should I do a plan? No. Never mind. Yeah, we'll bring up all these walls to 4 blocks tall. So I'll just go from here all the way back to here. And we'll stack by 3 up so we get 4 total. Stack by 3 up. Now that all of these walls are 4 blocks tall total. Actually, I gotta get these ones too. Hold on. There. To there. There we go. So then now we have all the walls 4 blocks tall total. Yay. Let's see, now we'll add basically the railing for this promenade deck here, this open promenade. It has a bulwark here, so it's just a wall. So it's pretty simple, it's just a line across. Literally just this. There we go. There's the bulwark done. Now for the actual stuff that sits on top, like for the place where the deck will go, I'll basically just bring up all these walls another block, except for the promenade right here. We just make it straight. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Basically, just trace this front wall and bring it back. And then once we reach right here, we'll just continue extending it in a straight line. You can see how the inner walls turn out. Keep going. And then obviously go up a block for the shear. And then trace this back wall. And there we go. So now, we have our promenade here. Now, there are two things that, make this promenade a little interesting. So these gaps between, they basically were like squares, and they fit really well. Um, However, if you want to add a ceiling, you'd have to add another line of blocks here, like this, all the way down the promenade. And that would make these, these gaps not square, because, you're taking away that much. And it does look smaller than it really needs to be. So on the original, I just kept it as this, with no ceiling, because, I can't add one. You could do like trapdoors or something. If you did like iron trapdoors or the pale oak trapdoors or something. Um, but yeah, you could go with what I've just done here. It's basically 2 blocks thick, and then you add, a pale oak fence, 2 pale oak fence pillars like this, 3 blocks apart. I think it's actually the accurate number of pillars. I think I might have checked that. I don't remember though. So that 3 block spacing fits out really nicely there. Now this just looks much more like one of those aft promenades around me. So I think I'm going to personally just keep the 3 block tall spaces. So you do you obviously. But I'm going to do that. So we have a nice big gap. Looks like a nice big open promenade. And yeah, this is all just the same on the other side. So I'll just copy from here. I need to go a block higher than that, actually. Wait, let's go from here. And then back to here. And then we'll go to the center block, which is here. Right, copy, flip right, and paste. There we go, there's the entire other side done. So that is pretty fantastic. Alright, so now you fill in the entire deck now, because we can do that now. So just fill, birch planks 300, and there's the entire promenade deck. Well, the main structure of the promenade deck done, which is again a rather fancy. Oh wait, notice that shear. I forgot about the shear again. This is what happens. You see, it looks like a bulwark now, but in reality, it shouldn't even be there. We gotta add the shear lines. This is the last deck that we do with the shear line, so I'm gonna be happy about that. You don't have to worry about shear anymore after this. Alright, let me just refill in this deck. That end, and fill in the entire middle section. There we go. Now our entire promenade deck is done. So, there we go. Quite lovely. Beautiful looking ships. And once we add once we add the windows there, it'll look even better instead of being just kind of in the middle of the ship randomly. Um, but yeah, I'll do really one more thing today. We'll just get the structure for the boat deck here done. So again, we'll go to this front wall here. And I think is that called the boat deck? It's called the sun deck. So basically on the wood, find the middle block of the wood, which is right there. And on the wood, we'll go to the third block back on the wood. Yeah, third block back on the wood right here. Place our center block there. And then either side of that, it's the same on the other side, that whole fiasco. We'll go out by 6. 1, 2, 3. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actually. Go out by 8. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go back by 3. 1, 2, 3. And inward by 2. 1, 2. And then forward by 2 like that. Because basically this whole corner box here, that's for the bridge wing pillar right there. So keep that in mind. I think we actually bring that up, do I? Yeah, so this last pillar section here, we'll just build this up to 4 blocks tall total. So that's 3, and then bring it up another block here. There we go, so it's 4 blocks tall total. I'll just get that on the other side now. So copy, flip right, and paste. And there we go, there's the other one done. Yay! Alright, so now we basically go from this corner block here. You can see where it goes inward a block. We're going to add our wall right along these ends. So from this block here, we'll go back by 31. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 through 1. Should be 31. Up to there. So in total, if you include this front part here, that should be 33. Which is so. It's 31, and then we basically go outward a block. So add a line on the outside here. And we add, or we make a line of 52. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to use stack for this because I don't feel like counting. Stack by 51. So now that whole line there should be 52 blocks long, which it is. So that is quite nice. And then we add another line of blocks outside of that again. And this line is going to be 26. So stack by 25, and there we go. That is a 26 block long. So we got 31, 52, and 26. It looks like it curves outward, but in reality, like in real life, it just went outward block. It wasn't a curve. But anyway, basically go inward again. Start going inward again. And we add a row of 9 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we go inward by 2, so we'll do like that. And then back by 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then inward by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that is the center. Is that what? Did I? Hold on. Nice. Oh, fine. Okay, I got confused. I was looking at the wrong part of my notes. But anyway, we'll bring all this up to 4 blocks tall in total. So that goes to, but basically, I'll just get the other side done first. Well, marked out, and then you can see which walls we're bringing up so that we're not confused. Go to there. And hopefully this is the center. It is, yeah. So we have all these walls, and then we basically just bring it up. As you could probably imagine, it goes up to here. So bring all this to 4 blocks all total. So we add 3 layers of blocks on top. Like that. And then from here, I'll just go from there. Fly all the way back over to here. Whee. Whee. Boop. And stack by 3 up. There we go. There is that whole area there. And now we basically need to add the, deck outline that sits on top of this, because there is a bit of overhang. There's a few spots that do overhang, so we need to add those. So again, we'll go back to the front here, and we'll basically find our center block again. Center block of the wall is right there. And now we go, out by 8 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go back by 3, 1, 2, 3, and inward by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, this is correct. And then we go, wait, what? Oh, there we go. We go back by 25, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then we add a line, outward again, right here. We go 79, so 7, 9. I'll go ahead and stack by 78. So there's our line of 79 that should connect up right up to this end block here. And then I think the rest of it is just tracing basically. So you get inward by 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, inward by 2, back by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and then inward by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is the deck outline. Now this deck outline, we basically add double this, so bring this down a block here, and then once we actually add the deck inside, we'll add these slabs that go underneath the planks. So, yeah. You can see where this pillar kind of sits, it holds the bridge wing there. A little space underneath. There will be a staircase that goes up to this deck here, and that's kind of the, I think that, yeah, that's the bridge wing itself. And then there's kind of like a cover for it. But anyway, keep bringing this, doubling this in height. Come on. There you go, bring it up to there. And now I'll copy and paste to the other side. Let's go from there. All the way down to here. There we go. Find the center block here. Just don't want to have to reload. So do copy, clip right, and paste. There's the entire other side done. So you can see there's this bit of overhang here for the wall. And then we fill in this entire area with the planks again. So we'll do fill, birch, planks, 300. Yay. And then as I mentioned before, there are slabs that go in the ceiling. So basically these areas you just fill in with the smooth quartz slab. And Nisa was like actually smooth. Like based on the, again, based on the video I saw from Oceanliner Designs, it was literally like a smooth underneath. It wasn't like panels or anything, it was just smooth all the way across, so it's interesting. Okay, there's those areas done. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, I do have more to do. There's more. So, one more thing to do. Fly down here to the end of the bridge wing here. And just one quick announcement I want to make, real quick, for people to hear, is that my channel is finally monetized. Yay. So, I have memberships now. It's $5 a month, not too much. Um, but with memberships, you get a lot of exclusive perks. So I'm gonna make my Queen Mary 2 tutorial, members only, as well as the Armas Atlas, which you have seen right here, this Armas Atlas. Um, um, Also, you get discounted merch because I can make merch now and link it to my channel, so you can get discounted merch. You also get like emojis during live streams. There's a members only channel in my Discord server. Join that too, by the way, if you haven't. It's a lot of exclusive stuff. Um, you know, like see, members do get to speak to me a little more personally. I take members, requests, I should say, a little more higher on the charts of importance. So if you become a member, your ship that you want me to build is more likely to be built, and likely members only if a member only person if a member recommends it. So yeah, I just want to make that announcement. So pretty excited about that. I've already got 4 members at the time of recording this, so it's pretty good. But yeah, so become a member, please. I don't know, I'm sure some of you watching this have already, become a member. So hello to those members. Oh, you know what? I should mention the members. They're the 4 members that I currently have. That's another little exclusive perk is that you'll be mentioned in every video. So there is the Black Wing of Death. That is one member. There is also um, and I'll put these in like the some credit thing, probably like the intro of the video, like the current members. Blah, blah, blah. So there's the Black Wing of Death. There's the Onyx, which is Norbert Zeus on YouTube, and there's Doctor Who, and then there's also the Rail Yard. On Discord is Zach N. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, become a member, support my channel a little more, and yeah. Anyway, we'll move on with this now. Now that announcement is out of the way, it's an exciting announcement. Also, one more thing about that is if you have any suggestions for any other suggestions for perks of becoming a member, um, I'll be happy to consider them. And obviously, I can't do everything, but I gotta think about what I do. Anyway, this bulwark we basically add 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just a small little bulwark here. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see that is right there. Actually, didn't have the corners on it. Yeah, the corners on it. Here we go. So yeah, that's really all for this part 3. Jeez, 40 minutes? 45 minutes? I did not expect it to be that long. Well, anyway, that is part 43, so that's not part 43. Uh, that is part 3 done. Part 4 will be, these other main stuff. So I think we'll probably get the funnels this next part. Obviously we'll get, the whole bridge wing here, wheelhouse, these officers' quarters. Likely get the funnels, probably the docking bridge as well, and whatever other details I can think of that could be major during part 4. Um, so yeah, there's that. So yeah. Oh, apparently there is more to memberships. Hold on, there is more memberships I want to say. So I know there's a lot to say about it because it's pretty cool. So basically, I would like to mention I do not intend for YouTube to be a main source of income, and rather just some extra cash. So yeah. don't feel like that you're gonna like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna run out of food if you don't support my channel. $5 a month, but it's just basically a way to say thanks and yay. Um, yeah. Also about it, um, I'll be releasing for members only stuff. I will be releasing tutorials every Thursday, so one part every Thursday. So that means this Thursday I am going to do the Queen Mary 2 Part 1 tutorial. Um, and I'll just do the members only tutorial, once every week. Uh, just like Morro Castle, actually, once every week on a Sunday, except members only is on Thursday. And yeah. So I think it might be a bit, I wouldn't say difficult, just it'll keep my schedule a tad bit busier with having to do 3 ship tutorials at the same time. I can manage it though. I'm sure you guys are well aware of my marathon months where I post a video literally every single day of the month. So I can definitely, do 3 tutorials at a time. That's why it's 3 videos a week. So yeah, that's really all I have for this video. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye for now.